So we had been working on a distance project with using search and retrieval with Brewster Kahle on something called wide area information servers. And we'd collected a lot of, it's basically distributed text searching using Saltonian kind of Salton stuff and using some relevance feedback. And believe it or not, that was one of the more popular things on the web. So between Brewster Kahle and UNC, we had probably 90% of the index text on the web, on the internet at that point. And we got email from a guy, a research guy in Geneva, who said he wanted to sort of bring in all these protocols together, and could we help work on a gateway to his project, because he would like to be able to do way searches within his sort of hypertext thing that he was doing within Geneva. So that sounded pretty good, and I put Jim Fulton, who now lives in Geneva, on that project. And a couple of months in, we got an email that said, you know, I just did a paper at a European conference. It got very well received. I've submitted it to Hypertext 91 to convene in San Antonio, Texas in December. And when I come over and present, I'll stop by UNC and I'll show you all my software, and maybe we'll install it on some of your machines. And I had a Next, and he had a Next, so that sounded like a pretty good deal. And in late November, we got another kind of urgent message that said, you know, my paper was rejected because it wasn't innovative enough. But they're going to let me do a demo. So this is why you should go to the demos at this conference. Not the industry demos, but the other parts. And so Tim Berners-Lee's paper was rejected for Hypertext 91. I have the proceedings. It's not even mentioned because they didn't add the demos. But he still came by, and we had a couple of beers, and then we installed it, and it almost worked. Then we had a couple more beers, and it did work.
What kind of beer made it work?
You know, it's lost in the fog of time, but I have a feeling that time is not a beer name. So we had a server, and I had a web page, and it was a great, by the way, I don't know if y'all knew how the web browser originally was, but the Next was an object-oriented screen. And so any object could be related that was displayed on your screen could be related to any other object. So the cool part was, the way you made links on the World Wide Web was to put a blank page up and to put a page up on which you had searched all 4 or 5 servers. And you highlighted the part of the text or whatever you wanted linked, and then you typed some text over here and you just said link, and it made that link automatically. So you didn't actually even type HTML. Not that there were more than 8 different commands. You could either have a paragraph, a break, a list, an ordered list, an unordered list, an unordered list, and a link. That was it. So that's my first encounter as best I remember it.
Brian?